Excuse me, sir.
This is the heartwarming story of a little puppy named Turbo, who turned his life into an adventure on wheels. The moment I laid eyes on him, I was hooked. Turbo was small, funny, and irresistibly cute, and it was impossible not to fall in love. He came into the veterinary clinic where I worked when he was only 6 weeks old. His owner had a hard time handling him, and the other puppies were not kind, often picking on him. For the first 2 weeks, I tried to encourage him to move. I used small pieces of rice to coax him into walking on his hind legs, but Turbo was persistent and refused to give up, despite the challenges ahead. Most companies refused to make wheelchairs for puppies as small as Turbo until they were 6 to 8 months old, but I didn't want to wait. He needed to learn how to move as soon as possible, so I decided to build a cart myself. The first one was made from an old toy helicopter. We tried various designs, constantly tweaking until we found one that worked. Turbo wasn't shy at all. He'd sit in his cart, staring at me like he was wondering what on earth I was doing. He didn't understand right away, but as time passed, his story started to gain attention. Soon, an aeronautical engineer from San Diego heard about him and offered to design a new cart, complete with rollerblade wheels. He sent us the design, and although it never went into mass production, it was a game changer for Turbo. Then, one evening, everything changed. I decided to take another dog, Bo, on a walk without realizing what would happen next. As soon as Turbo saw Bo, he took off, racing after him like a rocket. That was the turning point. Turbo suddenly realized that he wasn't different from other dogs. From that moment on, he zoomed around in his cart like he'd been doing it his whole life. No hesitation, just pure freedom of movement. Now Turbo does everything other dogs do. He jumps on the couch, plays like a real puppy, and has an incredible character. He's so strong and independent that sometimes I feel like he's the one putting me in my place when he doesn't like something. A year later, we brought home another puppy, Ruby, who also didn't have front legs. We used the same cart design for her, and from day one, they became inseparable. It was as if they both understood that they were special in their own way. Their bond grew, and now they spend their time together, playing tug-of-war on 2 legs. It's one of the sweetest things to see. Turbo is my inspiration every single day. This tiny Chihuahua, who could have been put to sleep, has transformed into a full-fledged dog. We almost forget that he only has 2 legs because he lives a complete, real dog's life. If you loved the story of little Turbo, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And if you're thinking about getting an exotic pet, always reach out to professionals first and do thorough research to ensure they have the happy, healthy life they deserve.